Hi guys, you're welcome back to my channel once again. If this is your first time here, my name is Nancy. In today's tutorial, I'll be showing you how to make this trendy poncho jacket. I made use of an Ankara print fabric and the amount of this fabric is 3 yards. If you don't want your jacket to be as long as mine, then you should work with 2.5 yards. So let's get started. I folded the width of the fabric into two equally. Now I went ahead to fold the fabric into two again by using the length sides of the fabric. And since this fabric is folded into four, this simply means that after cutting, we would have both the front piece and the back piece of the poncho jacket cut together. So I practically folded this fabric into four. So make sure that you have your fabric folded the same way as mine. On this side of the fold, I'll be marking the neck measurements. I marked the neck width as 3 inches. For a plus size person, you should mark a neck width of 3.5 inches. And for the neck depth of the back piece, I marked 2 inches to connect the neck depth to the neck width. For the neck depth of the front piece, I marked 4 inches because I don't want to feel choked around my neck region. But if you are a small size person and you are a fan of wearing turtleneck, then you can make the neck depth of the front piece 3.5 inches. The next step is to trim out the neck depth for just the back piece. Now I placed my tape from the shoulder vertically downwards to mark my desired length for the jacket. I want the length of the jacket to be on 44 inches, so I added 1 inch sewing allowance to the hem, which made it 45 inches altogether. Now I'll cut this out. The next thing I did was to spread out the jacket, making sure it's folded into two so I can easily cut out the neckline for just the front piece alone. Now I went ahead to notch the center neckline of the back piece, as this would be a guide when attaching the turtleneck collar. I went ahead to spread out the fabric to take the measurement of the round neckline. To get the accurate measurements, you should place your measuring tape on the standing position to take the entire neckline circumference. I had 23 inches altogether. So if you are skeptical about the neck circumference passing through your head, at this stage you can easily try it on to see if it will comfortably pass through your head without stressing. And if it's tight, you can trim out the neckline of the front piece a bit. The next step is on how to make the collar. So the width of my collar would be the same as the width of my neckline. So the width of the neckline I measured initially was 23 inches. So I added ½ inch allowance to that, which made it 24 inches. Now I folded the fabric into two, and the height of the collar would be 6 inches. So I added ½ inch sewing allowance to that, which made it 6.5 inches altogether. And by the time I sew ½ inch to the neckline of the jacket, the length of the collar becomes 6 inches. Now to make the stitching, I would spread out the fabric and fold it this way to secure these edges by ½ inch. After these edges was secured, I folded the collar into two equally and took this to the ironing board to iron the collar properly. To attach the turtleneck collar to the neckline of the jacket, on this side I have the joining on the collar. I would place it on the wrong side of the center back neckline, which I notched initially, to pin all around the neckline. I took the jacket to my sewing machine to stitch the collar to the neckline by half inch. After stitching, I overlocked the joining. And after the joining has been overlocked properly, I folded the collar into two. Alright, so I'll just go ahead to fold the jacket into two. So the front piece is directly on the back piece. So I took this to the sewing machine to stitch the edges by folding it half inch in and further folding it by half inch all through. And on this other side, I would also stitch the edges by folding it half inch in and further folding it in by half inch as well. And the final step is to secure the bottom of the jacket by folding it in by half inch and further folding it by half inch. Alright guys, so this is the final outcome of my poncho jacket. It's very simple to make. You should give it a try. And if you are new to my channel, my name is Nancy. Please subscribe, share and like my tutorials, and also put on your notification bell so you'll be the first to know when I upload new tutorials. Bye and see you in my next video.